I like to think I'm fairly knowledgeable of fighting games, and over the years that I've been playing, I've become pretty jaded to most complaints. At this point, it's become more like white noise to me. However, despite my uncaring and hollow soul, there is one thing that has always made me burn with hostility, and that is evasive characters. Now, before I start ripping my hair out talking about this, I do want to make a distinction between general evasion and evasive characters. Depending on the fighting game, the general rule is that most characters have at least some tool that has evasion to it. In most 2D games, it's backdashing. In 3D games, there's sidestepping and ducking, and in platform fighters, it would be rolls, spot dodges, and air dodges. All the tools that I've just mentioned are defensive movements. Trust me when I say that you need this in fighting games, because there are some characters that will do some messed up things to you if you don't get out the way.
Here we go.
It's time to guess. Oh, we
Stop it. Nemo, please.
Ow!
There are children
Shut up,
watching.
City. Hold on in. Oh! Oh! Ow! Ow!
Yo, I'm still
What a
waiting.
beautiful sequence, Nemo! Ooh, ooh!
Oh!
God damn!
My goodness.
Oh my
Goodness gracious.
sweet child of mine!
Believe.
However, evasion can be attached to offensive tools as well. Let's take a look at Stride. This is my main Faust, and this is one of his best poking tools, Farslash. And here it is getting completely destroyed by 2K. Yep. Now, considering 2K is a frequently used tool by most characters, you can imagine that this happens a lot. And just because I'm aware of this doesn't make it any less painful whenever it happens. However, this is not really a rule per se, as not all crouching kicks goes under this poke, but it's common enough where it establishes a pattern. There are also moves that are specifically made to bypass certain other attacks, just to get up in your grill and accomplish. Taking a look at Tekken, attacks having evasion is a more pronounced feature. Just to quickly talk about the basic properties of Tekken moves, attacks are either low, mid, or high. In similar fashion to Guilty Gear, there are certain attacks that can evade other attacks depending on the move's properties. It's most common with low and high moves, appropriately named low crushes and high crushes. It's very, very rare for a move to crush mids where it gets evaded by an attack the same way a low or high crush would. Backswings sort of fit the mold of a mid crush, however they are more like a juiced up backdash with an attack attached to it, rather than an attack that evades incoming moves based on the properties. All of this is to say that mids are a pretty reliable poke, since it's not prone to getting completely matrixed on. Now, these evasive tools are not what I have a problem with. In fact, I think they are a healthy dynamic that adds a layer of depth into the gameplay. But I can't help but feel a part of my soul dies whenever I have to face a character with evasiveness being a core trait. There are two characters I wanted to bring up for this, and one of them is Xiaoyu. This short stack, overly cutesy anime girl with a panda for a pet is one of the worst displeasures I've had to fight in Tekken. To start off, I want to bring notice to her stick figure of a body. And second, the body type of a character can depend on what combo routes you would need to use. For Xiaoyu, since she has a small and slender figure, she's very tricky to combo since attacks that would normally hit other characters will just whiff on her. I'm practically punching the air trying to combo this character. Xiaoyu also being a female character in Tekken means she has above average evasion on her sidesteps as well.
It's not fair!
I don't make the rules, that's just how it is. Are you still following? Great, because that was just the entree. I'm about to get to the worst part. Art of Phoenix, or AOP, is the stance that lowers Xiaoyu to the ground. It's silly looking, it's evasive, and it is very abusable. Doing this automatically crushes highs, meaning that you can counterattack high moves with relative ease. However, what really pushes this move over the edge for me is that she can duck. She can go even lower to the ground in this stance, to the point that she can crush mids. Remember when I said that it was very rare for a move to crush mids with evasion? Well, if you were wondering what I was talking about, this stance is one of them. Crushing mids is such a valuable tool because they are normally safe from being dodged like this, so the person attacking has to be more selective with the moves that they are throwing out towards Xiaoyu. If you want to beat this stance, you need a specific mid move that hits low enough to the ground, or you need a low. Now, despite this seemingly simple counterplay, let me show you a really messed up application of this. Generally in Tekken, if you're able to hit your opponent, you are in advantage and you get to start your offense. I'm really simplifying this situation, as there can be a lot of different variations, but bear with me. What makes Xiaoyu and her AOP so diabolical is that you, the person on offense, ends up becoming really uncertain attacking her because of all the evasive tools that she has. Attacking into her with highs and mids can become more of a liability, since she can just evade both of them with either a sidestep or her AOP stance. Now you can try to use those specific mids that we mentioned before, but if the Xiaoyu players know this is coming, she can just not go into stance and then block the mid, or she can just sidestep it. Now you can try to use lows to remedy this problem, but again, she can just not go into stance and block low. Or she can hop kick. Yeah, she has a low crush, because of course the character with cracked sidesteps, a hard to combo body type, a stance that crushes highs and crushes mids, also has a low crush. And you know what? This is not the worst evasive character I've played against. That would go to this pancake. This damn sewer dweller of an animal has caused me so much pain because I can't hit him. I cannot hit this rat while it's constantly harassing me. This character doesn't have an evasive stance, he doesn't have a move that specifically crushes other types of moves, he is just obnoxiously hard to hit. And one of the best examples of this is his landing animations. For those who aren't familiar with Smash or platform fighters, if you land with an aerial move, you'll go into landing lag, and the landing lag will have a landing animation attached to it. For some reason, whenever Pikachu lands, he loses all bone structure in his body and takes on the form of a deflated balloon. This is known as pancaking, and although it's not completely unique to Pikachu, he is the biggest offender of using it. What irks me more of Pikachu compared to Xiaoyu is that the evasive aspect is baked into the character in a way where it feels unintentional. He just does whatever normal gameplay, misses an attack, and then he just gets to go under it. Because I guess so. At least with Xiaoyu there is a level of intent and admittedly some amount of risk whenever she enters AOP stance despite the crazy evasiveness it possesses. This character is just squashing down to the thickness of printer paper, and now it's my problem to deal with it. This isn't accounting for the fact that Pikachu, even if he didn't pancake under everything, would still be a great character. He has great edgeguarding potential, a lingering projectile that you can follow behind, great recovery, great runaway, and I can't help but feel perpetually upset that this character has all these great qualities, and then he still proceeds to pancake on me. Okay. Do I actually hate Xiaoyu and Pikachu? Not really. I have a distaste for what they do, but it's not like I can't stand looking at them or the people who play them. I think it's also because they kinda destroy the characters I play, but I digress. Everyone has their own opinion on what they like and don't like about fighting games, and this is just mine. And even though these characters aren't tuned to my liking, at the end of the day, they don't have to be. That's all I've got to say. Stay safe out there.